Once he was handcuffed, did you sit him up?
I believe so.
Okay. Did you make any observations of injury at that point?
Not that I remember.
Did Mr. Karr ever ask for medical attention?
Not that I remember.
Did you ever call paramedics?
Not that I remember.
Okay. Is it possible that you did? Or would that have been noted?
That, I believe it would have been noted in the report.
Okay. In the absence thereof suggests that it did not happen.
Yes.
Okay.
If you have a history of the call from the Peoria dispatch system, that will tell if there was actually a fire department responding to the scene.
Okay.
Mr. Williams has his work cut out for him.
Yeah.
Who took... Was David in custody at that point?
Yes.
Who took charge over his custody initially?
I don't remember. It was another officer when I went to speak with Mrs. Karr and interview her.
Okay. How long after Mr. Karr was taken into custody did you contact Mrs. Karr?
I don't know. I'd say within a matter of a minute or two.
Okay. And at this point, did he make any observations of the notebook that he was previously carrying?
I don't remember where it was at.
Do you have any recollection of the notebook so I can quit asking you about it?
I don't know where it was at.
Okay. Once you began speaking with Mrs. Karr, where was David?
David was back with the other officer that came over to assist. I know there's Lieutenant Parkin. I don't know if there's anybody else out there or not.
Okay. Describe Ginny's demeanor at that point.
She appeared visibly shaken, I believe.
Can you elaborate?
Well, she was upset. I said she appeared to be, upset.
Okay. What happened to the keys that were in Mr. Karr's hand as you pulled him out of the car?
I don't remember. Is it in my report here?
No.
Okay. I don't remember what happened to the keys.
Okay. And did you see him remove the keys when you began to remove him from the car? Remove him from the ignition, that is.
Did I see him remove them?
Yeah.
I didn't see him remove them from the ignition.
Okay, so you don't know actually if they were in the ignition then?
No, I don't know if they were in the ignition or not.
Okay.
I know they were in his hand.
Okay. So do you know if he was then trying to start the car?
I don't know if he was trying to start the car. I know he was in control of the car, though.
Okay. How long did your conversation with Ginny last?
I don't remember how long, specific time frame.
Okay. Did she give you any description as to what occurred at that point?
Yes, she did.
Okay. Can you just, in general narrative form, other than reading your report, tell us what she related to you?
According to my report, Ginny said that she and David had been engaged in an argument regarding David's behavior in the city hall. During which time that she told him that he was being an asshole.
Okay. You used the word asshole in your report.
Those were Jenny's exact words. That's a quote from Jenny.
Okay. Were you taking notes at the time?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Standard notepad.
Actually, it was an FI card.
Okay.
3x5 card.
Okay. Can I assume correctly that those notes were destroyed upon the compilation of your report?
Yes, they were.
Now, the quote suggests the exact language that Mrs. Karr used.
Yes.
There's also a statement that, according to Mrs. Karr, that David had stated he was going to kill himself. That's not in quotes.
That's not an exact statement that he was going to kill himself.
What was the exact
I
statement?
don't remember the exact statement.
So was that just your interpretation at that point?
No, she said that he was going to kill himself, but I didn't put that in exact quotes because I just didn't put in exact quotes. I could quote the whole thing, but I didn't.
You put asshole in quotes, but not that he was going to kill himself.
I don't remember the exact statement, but she said that he was going to kill himself. I don't remember the exact statement of how she said that, though.
Okay. Anything else in that conversation that you can specifically recall?
With or without my report?
Without the report, for now.
Not specifically.
Okay. But it's fair to say that Ginny was real shaken up?
Yes.
Okay. And did you attempt to calm her down before taking that statement from her?
Not that I remember.
Okay. And is it possible that that anxiety could have affected her recalling details and presenting you with those details?
I think that anxiety may have, if anything, it could have made her forget additional details. She was upset at the time, and she was remembering what was going on. I would think that would be a good time to interview her when everything's fresh in her mind.
Okay.
And that definitely showed her mental state at the time, that she was upset by it and disturbed.
Okay. Where was David when this occurred?
He was back with the other officers.
Was there any contact between David and Ginny at this point?
David was yelling at Jenny, telling her to tell me that he didn't hurt her and that she didn't want to press charges.
Did you personally hear this with your own ears?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Subsequent to your interviewing Mrs. Karr, did you then return to David?
Yes.
And how long did the interview last with Jenny?
I don't remember.
A few minutes? Ballpark?
It's safe to say.
Okay. Did you walk Mr. Karr over to the police department?
I believe I put him in a police vehicle and drove him to the booking section, which is on the other side of the police department.
Okay. Was it your vehicle?
If I was driving it, yes.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I'm just curious if you had another officer